players have used it and have had a lot of success. Jazz Chisholm hitting homers for the Yankees. He's using a torpedo bat. And Volpe, you got Wells, you got Ellie De La Cruz. And it's kind of hard to ignore the results. Just a list of some notable players who have used and had some success early on with this new piece of equipment. Paul Goldschmidt, another Yankee. Adley Rutschman's off to a good start. And we have the genuine article right here. Alex Avila is going to put both of these on eBay as soon as we're done tonight.
Can you tell the difference? Can you tell the difference? Well, I mean, you know, but
yeah. This is the torpedo. This is also a torpedo. No, you got or not?
That is not.
Okay.
But
very subtle.
But we can see it is subtle because more towards the label, you're going to see this bat is a little bit thicker than this one right here. But this is, and it's not a huge difference. And what it is, they're just taking it a little bit off towards the end, and then bringing it the barrel more down towards the label. For guys that tend to, like to hit the ball a little bit more towards the label, and it's almost like just continuing with how you see the bat is cupped right here, taking a little bit of weight off of there. What it feels like in your hand, I almost kind of liken it to like an aluminum bat, where there's a little bit more weight towards your hand, so it allows you to really whip through the zone and get your bat through the hitting zone a lot quicker. But, I mean, feeling this in my hands, I think as someone that liked to hit the ball to the opposite field, I think I would have liked this, mainly because sometimes when you're someone that likes to hit the ball to the opposite field, whether you're left-handed or right-handed, you almost sometimes find it easier hitting that pitch that's middle or middle in to the opposite field. And a bat like this might help out a little bit. But, look, it's not going to make you be the greatest hitter of all time. You still have to have the right approach. You still can hit the ball off the end of the bat. You still can get jammed and break your bat. And I think a lot of it, too, is it's a feel thing. Hitting is so much of a feel thing for hitters. When you put a bat in your hand and you're taking, swings in the cage or swings in BP, and you want it to feel good. You want to have that. You want to find that certain feeling. And once you have it, that's what gives you confidence going into your at-bats to be able to execute your plan. So for some guys, when they pick up this bat and they feel it, oh, man, this either feels like an aluminum bat that I used to hit with in college, or when I get up there, I feel like, oh, I can get to that inside pitch and wait a little bit more on it.
That's what I think's the biggest thing to me, Al, is if you gave a good hitter a bat that said, hey, I've got more of the barrel down towards the ball, so see it a little bit deeper and work inside of it. That's going to make everybody, my job harder. As a pitcher, if you're staying inside the ball and letting it travel deep, I'm going to have a tougher time. I think when you're talking, you're hearing more barrel down towards the thing, towards the label, I think that's going to allow guys to, in their mind, see it deeper, which intends making them a better.
Give themselves a little more confidence.
And not for everybody, right? Because
no.
Aaron Judge just said, look, I like my hammer.
Of course.
I like what I got. But if you're contact, and you have thousands of data points now with a guy like, say, Anthony Volpe, right? And if his contact point is here, then why not have a bat that gives you a sweet spot or barrel there? Well, it makes a lot of sense.
It does make a lot of sense and a little bit more. And it's going to become another model. There's so many different models. And like I said, it's a feel thing for guys. Yeah. Some guys are going to pick this bat up and think, man, no chance. This does not feel good in my hand. Won't use it. Won't even try it. There's some guys that might try it and then realize, no, I'm going to go back to what I like more. And that's the thing. It's so much of a feel thing on what guys want. And even these types of styles of bats, it's not going to be a one-size-fits-all. There's some guys that are going to have, bigger, longer bats, a little bit heavier, a little bit lighter. And, what it's going to become is essentially just another model that some guys are going to try out and see if, hey, this might work for me, might be able to, help me kind of, figure something out that I've been searching for, or a feeling that I've been searching for. And for some guys, it's not gonna even be a blip on their radar.
Not for everybody. This is what I swung in the wiffle ball circuit right here. This is a wiffle number 9.
Best toy ever invented.
1 run is enough when you pitch a Maddox that is 99 pitches or fewer. Last one for the Rangers was Cole Hamels in 2017. This is the earliest on the schedule that a Ranger has pitched a complete game in 26 years. We just don't go out there thinking a guy in his second start is going to do what Nate Eovaldi did tonight.
No, you don't. But when you know, if you got a manageable pitch count, you've got an old school manager in Bruce Bochy who's going to ride that starter and let him decide his fate. You can go to the tape and see what Nate Eovaldi did tonight. Look, we can talk about there wasn't much work. I'm just going to take you directly to the 7th when the game's on the line. We've got a runner at first base, and it's 1 run. We're facing Ellie De La Cruz. Look at this. Cut her in, cut her in. We're going to come back to that. Remember, cut her in to De La Cruz. Now, he knows Lux was watching that. There's the split, gets him out immediately, and then we're going to get a fly out. What I'd love to see right here, Alex, is just a veteran guy not panicking. Game on the line. 1 swing, you lose right here.
Yeah, making big pitches when it counts, too. You see all those pitches well located right there, and that ground ball that Lux hit to second base, perfectly located split to get him out in front.
Now you're back in the 9th inning. Same situation. 7th and 9th inning, you've got a guy on first base, and the game is on the line. 1 swing, you go and you lose. This is a good swing right here by McLean. Gets the second out after Friedel with the bunt. And now Cruz again. Remember, cutter. There's the cutter in off the plate. to get to this splitter, his best pitch. This splitter right here gets hit if he doesn't do that work in. Goes back to it, then goes in to finish him off like he did in the second at bat. What I wanted to show right here, Eovaldi cruised. He had complete game shutout. You still work for it. In the 7th, in the 9th, he had the go-ahead run standing at home plate, having to make pitches in a bandbox of a ballpark. You don't bear down right there, and you don't have the experience to have no panic. Eovaldi had both incredible. DeGrom getting a lot of talk, as he should. You get both of these guys in the playoffs, nobody wants them.
Yeah, and I mean, the Reds have been swinging the bats really well coming into this game, especially what they did in yesterday's game. But to your point right there, Eovaldi, veteran pitcher there, knowing that, hey, a team's going to come at you a couple of times over the course of a game, especially when you're pitching like that, being able to make big pitches when you need to, change speeds, go in and out. That's how you get those off-balance swings and get weak contact to be able to get out of jams.
Well, and he's an artist. He understands the art of pitching. We didn't even mention that De La Cruz had 2 homers last night. He faced him in the 7th and the 9th, 3rd and 4th time through the lineup. It can be done. You have to have some resolve upstairs.
Some props to Higgy, too, behind the plate. Exactly. That's one thing. As a catcher, like, that's what you love that. I'd rather call a shutout than hit a game-winning homer any day of the week.
Right the first time. Former catcher.
Yeah, former catcher.